Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Spider-Gwen issue 3. Before I start talking about Spider-Gwen, just want to give you guys a couple updates. Of course, I have Comic Uno episode 124, and that's a show where I review all the comics I read this week in one show, and here are the exclusive comics. We got Robin Hood Ongoing, issue 17, Gotham Academy, issue 13, Birthright, issue 12, Mirror's Edge, issue 4, Grim Fairy Tales Van Helsing, issue 1, Tomboy, issue 2, The Troop, issue 1, Detective Comics, issue 47, The Eighth Seal, issue 1, Grayson, issue 15, Spider-Man 2099, issue 4, We Can Stand on Guard, issue 6, Neuromancer, issue 1, Slash and Burn, issue 2, All New Hawkeye, issue 2, Batman and Robin Eternal, issue 10, Guardians of the Galaxy, issue 3, Batman and Superman, issue 17, Earth 2 Society, issue 7, The Dark Knight, or The Dark Side War, Lex Luthor, issue 1, and Starfire, issue 7. Sorry I butchered those last two. Anyways, so those are exclusive comics for Comic Uno, episode 124, which is annotated. There's a ton of comics, as you can tell. So, let's move on to Spider-Gwen, issue 3. Yes, so I've personally been really liking the Spider-Gwen series. I really like the character. I do think that the last volume was a little bit better than this volume, but let's see, maybe issue 3 has changed my mind with that. Cool cover. We get to see that Jessica is going to be part of the issue also, so she definitely has a part, and if you enjoy Pregnant Jessica, she is pretty fun here. So cool cover. Let's start talking about the artwork. I like the artwork. I always do like the artwork for Spider-Gwen. We also get to see a couple characters we haven't seen in the series, like Jessica. So, I love kind of the comedic timing here because we see her eating these butter packets, and I love how the artist draws it. So, let me see if I can find her eating butter packets, because she's eating butter packets everywhere. Here's her just sucking on a butter packet. So, I love that Jessica's just eating throughout the whole issue. So that design was fun. And also, big design, so this is a little bit of a spoiler. We get to see Harry. So that is what Harry looks like on a goblin glider. So, very cool artwork. Love that last page. But let's see what's going on with the story. So, with this issue, we see that Gwen is looking for advice from Jessica. And she has her handcuffed. She's like, Jess, I need to get out. Come on, you're a spy. Get me out of this. So she gets Gwen out of it, and at the same time, Gwen's kind of having a revelation of, being in the 616 universe, staring directly at her counterpart where she died, or at least not at her counterpart, but at the bridge where, Gwen Stacy of 616 died. So, she's kind of having this revelation, like, oh, I want to kind of know what she's like, but I think that's weird. Who do I ask? And Jessica's like, well, maybe you should ask Peter. He's like, my Peter died, so that's kind of weird to talk to him about that. But I think it will be fun to see once we do see that. But yeah, so we get to kind of see their bond, and then Gwen goes back and she's joining her bandmates to this annual, I guess, Christmas party type thing where they go to Mary Jane's aunt's lake house for like a weekend, and they just, have fun, you go, I guess reminisce about high school, and someone that's always invited that never shows up actually shows up this year, and that is Harry. And then we kind of learn what he's been up to since Peter died, because he left right after Peter's funeral, and Gwen didn't know where Harry was, and it was always Harry, Gwen, and Peter. They were always the best friends, and they were unstoppable, and Harry's still friends with, Gwen's bandmates, but truly his best friend was Gwen, and now we learn that he's been working with S.H.I.E.L.D. and wanting to kill Spider-Woman, because he thinks that Spider-Woman actually killed Peter, and he was fearful that he couldn't do anything to stop Spider-Woman. He hated that he was a wimp, so now he's become stronger, and that's what's going on there. Also, we get a little bit of side story with Gwen's father. He's dealing with Matt Murdock, and we don't really know what Matt's up to in this universe of Spider-Gwen. So that's kind of what's going on. So what do I think of the issue? I really enjoyed this issue. I think this is honestly the best issue they've had so far for this volume for Spider-Gwen. I was really blown away by the Harry reveal. I think something I really like about the Spider-Gwen universe is how they put all these characters on their head. You know, you notice them from your Spider-Man mythos or your regular Marvel mythos, and then you see them in the Spider-Gwen universe, and they're different, and but they really fit the Spider-Gwen universe in a cool way. Like Harry, like you never expected. I guess you did expect it, but you are finally revealed that they were all. Three of them were friends, and Harry exists in this universe, and they were all friends, and I kind of like that. You know, one of my complaints about Spider-Gwen that I think I'm growing to is that I always wanted just a kind of a story arc just to see Gwen in high school, you know, out of the present, just a flashback, and now I don't know if I want to see that. I kind of like that every issue we're learning a little bit more about our past and her days in high school. Like we're seeing them in flashbacks, but we're still seeing the present. So at first I didn't like that format, but I think it worked for this issue. So Harry, I loved it. I loved their interaction, and then Gwen in her mind's like, I'm Spider-Woman, so what am I supposed to do here? So I think that's going to be a really fun adventure to kind of see the different relationship between Harry and Spider-Woman, because obviously we know the relationship between Harry Osborn and Peter. We've seen that for decades, and now we're seeing, you know, something that was always interesting, the best friend not knowing that, you know, his menace is his, you know, his best friend, which was Peter and Harry, and now we're seeing it with Gwen and Harry, and how that's going to be different. So I really like that perspective. And it was great to see a bit more of the Mary Janes in this issue. We didn't see enough of them, but I like that we saw a little bit of them. Also, I like the Spider-Woman and Spider-Woman, I guess the two Spider-Womans, interaction. I thought there was a lot of good comedy with Jessica's pregnancy, but also I like her as a mentor and, you know, helping Gwen out with some revelations, like, hey, I'm dead everywhere else except my universe. Why is that? And, like, how do I be a normal person and also be a superhero? You know, of course, the same question we always get in superhero books, especially books like this, but you're seeing it through Gwen's perspective. So, overall, I really enjoyed this issue, and I give it a solid 4 stars. I really liked it, and hopefully we continue on having good issues like this and having these like cool twists throughout the Spider-Gwen universe. So Spider-Gwen issue 3 gets a solid 4 stars. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there's links from my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. I'll see you guys later.